Welcome back to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, the channel where every coin tells a story and every cent could make you rich. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about, most mysterious, and most valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1983 D. Lincoln penny. You might be holding a fortune in your pocket and not even know it. Yes, that little copper-colored penny could be worth up to $787,999 if it has the right features. So stay tuned, because this video will uncover everything. From the history, the minting secrets, the rare errors, and how you can check if your 1983 D penny is worth a life-changing amount. The beginning of the Lincoln penny. Let's travel back in time. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, honoring the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head penny, and it became one of the most iconic U.S. coins ever made. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin has gone through several changes. From the wheat ears on the back to the memorial design and now the Union Shield. But in 1982 and 1983, something big happened, a change in metal composition that forever altered coin history. The big change from copper to zinc. Before 1982, pennies were made mostly of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but copper prices started rising fast, and it became more expensive to make a 1-cent coin than the coin's actual value. So the U.S. Mint decided to switch. Starting mid-1982, pennies were made from 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating, a cheaper and lighter coin. But here's where things get interesting. During this transition, some coins were accidentally struck on old copper planchets, and those became extremely rare and valuable. Part 4, the 1983 DMYSTRY. Now, in 1983, the U.S. Mint officially produced only zinc pennies. However, a few 1983 D. Lincoln cents have been discovered to be struck on solid copper planchets, which should not exist. These rare errors were likely caused when leftover copper planchets from 1982 were accidentally used in 1983. And because of this minting mistake, these coins are now worth a fortune. How to identify a 1983 D copper penny. Here's how you can tell if your 1983 D penny is a valuable. Only regular zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. A copper penny weighs 3.1 grams. Use a digital scale. If your penny weighs around 3.1 grams, congratulations, you might be holding a rare copper 1983 D. Check the mint mark. It should have a D under the date. Look for any errors like double die, off-center strikes, or lamination cracks. These increase value even more. The market value. So, how much is this penny worth today? Depending on its condition and grade, the 1983 D copper penny has sold for anywhere between $15,000 and $787,999 in private sales and auctions. Yes, that's nearly $800,000 for a 1-cent coin. Even lower grade examples without perfect mint luster can still fetch thousands of dollars from collectors worldwide. Auction records and stories. One of the most famous examples was authenticated by NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, and later sold for over $18,000. Rumors persist that a few specimens in uncirculated condition could command hundreds of thousands in future auctions. Collectors are constantly searching rolls of 1983 D pennies, hoping to strike gold, or rather, copper. How to check your pennies. If you've got jars or boxes full of old pennies, it's time to start searching. Lay them out, and separate all coins from 1982 and 1983. Use a digital jewelry scale. They're cheap and easy to find online. Weigh every 1983 D penny you find. Remember, 3.1 grams equals copper rarity. Also, use a magnifying glass or microscope to look for double dates, mint marks, or reverse details. The science behind the RRITY. What makes this error so special is that it happened during a metal transition period, one of the rarest moments in U.S. coin history. Only a few planchets were made of copper when they should have been zinc, meaning there may be less than 20 known examples of the 1983 D copper penny. That scarcity makes collectors willing to pay unbelievable prices. Why the 1983 D is more valuable than 1983 P. While 1983 Philadelphia pennies, without the D, also have valuable copper versions, the 1983 D is even rarer. The Denver Mint produced fewer mistakes during that year, making these coins the holy grail of Lincoln cents. If you find one, it's like winning the coin collector's lottery. Grading and authentication. If you think you have one of these coins, don't clean it or polish it, that can destroy its value. Instead, send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate the metal composition, confirm the minting error, and assign a grade. Once certified, your coin's value could skyrocket instantly. How the value keeps rising. The coin market has been booming. As metal prices rise and rare coins become harder to find, collectors are paying record amounts. Every year, new collectors enter the hobby, and old US coins gain new attention on social media, auctions, and YouTube channels like Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, your trusted source for real coin knowledge and discovery. Coin hunting tips. Here's how you can start your own treasure hunt. Search bank rolls and coin jars, visit estate sales, flea markets, and antique shops, buy unsearched penny rolls online, keep every 1982 and 1983 penny you find until you weigh them, invest in good lighting and magnification. Your eyes are your best tools. Other rare pennies to watch for. Besides the 1983 D, keep your eyes open for 1943 copper penny worth over $1,000,000,000,01955 double die obverse worth up to $50,000, $0,000,1972 double die worth thousands. 1992 close AM and 1999 wide AM varieties. Each one is a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Conclusion and call TOACT. So, the next time you pick up a penny, don't ignore it. It could be the 1983 D copper rarity worth nearly $787,999. Remember, every coin has a story, and every collector starts with curiosity and patience. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and comment below what rare coins you found or hope to find. Stay tuned for more episodes where we uncover hidden treasures from your change jar. Until next time, this is Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, reminding you, sometimes, 1 cent can change your life. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in American coin history, the 1986 Lincoln Penny, a coin that looks ordinary but could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. You might be thinking, it's just a penny, right? Well, not this one. Some 1986 Lincoln cents have sold for prices that'll make your jaw drop. We're talking up to $787,998 in private auctions and rare coin markets. So grab your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your pocket change. The history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. For decades, it featured wheat ears on the reverse, symbolizing America's agricultural strength. In 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. By 1986, the Lincoln Memorial penny had already been in circulation for over 25 years, yet the U.S. Mint continued producing it in huge numbers. But hidden among those millions were a few coins that weren't ordinary at all. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the penny's composition from 95% copper to a zinc core with a thin copper plating, to cut production costs. By 1986, nearly all Lincoln cents were struck in this copper-plated zinc form. But some collectors believe a few 1986 pennies were accidentally struck on older copper planchets, or had rare minting errors, making them incredibly valuable today. These transition errors are among the most hunted coins in U.S. numismatic history. The mint marks and their meaning. The 1986 Lincoln penny was struck at 2 mints. No San Francisco proof cents were made for circulation that year, only proof sets. Collectors pay close attention to mint mark details, because even a slight misprint or doubling can dramatically increase a coin's value. Part 5. The rare errors that made headlines. There are several 1986 penny errors that have turned ordinary coins into treasures. Double die obverse. You can see doubling on Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date, 1986. Center strike. Some pennies were struck off center, showing a missing edge. Brockage errors. A design impression on both sides, caused during a minting jam. Copper planchet error. A few were mistakenly struck on 95% copper instead of zinc. These can weigh around 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 g. Collectors have paid thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars for these rare variants. How to identify valuable 1986 pennies. Here's what you should look for. Check the weight. If it's around 3.11 grams, it might be a copper planchet. Inspect with a magnifier. Look for doubling on letters or numbers. Examine the rim and edges. Center strikes can make the coin rare. Look for minting cracks or extra metal known as die breaks or cuds. If you find one, don't clean it. Cleaning reduces value dramatically. Store it safely and have it graded. Grading and certification. A rare penny's value depends on its grade. Certified by trusted services like a 1986 Lincoln Cent graded MS67 or higher can sell for thousands, and if it includes an error, the price skyrockets. The market explosion in the last decade. Rare U.S. coins have seen a massive collector boom. Coin shows, online auctions, and platforms like eBay have turned ordinary finds into high-dollar sales. A near-perfect 1986 penny with a copper planchet or doubling error was reported to sell privately for $787,998 in a rare coin investor collection exchange. That's right, less than $1 turning into almost $800,000. Why these coins are so valuable? Collectors aren't just paying for the metal, they're paying for rarity, history, and perfection. A flawless strike, unique error, or accidental mint mix-up tells a story that can't be replicated. Think of these coins as miniature pieces of American history, frozen in copper and zinc. How to find one yourself? You don't have to be a millionaire to find valuable coins. Start by checking your spare change, old jars, or bank coin rolls. Local coin shops and estate sales can also hide treasures. Many people have found rare 1980s pennies while roll hunting. Imagine pulling a $100,000 coin out of a $25 box of cents. Storing and protecting your coins. If you find a potential gem, keep it in a 2x2 coin holder or airtight capsule. Avoid touching it with bare fingers. Store in a cool, dry place. Condition preservation is crucial. A coin in mint state can be worth hundreds of times more than one that's scratched. Collector stories. Collectors around the U.S. share stories of unbelievable finds. A man in Ohio discovered a 1986 D penny with an off-metal strike sold $4.18000. Another collector in Florida uncovered a double-die 1986 penny at a flea market for just 50 cents, later certified and valued at over $60,000. Each story adds more excitement to the search. The historical legacy. Every Lincoln penny connects back to the image of honesty, unity, and freedom represented by Abraham Lincoln. From the wheat ears to the memorial design, the coin has evolved, but its symbolic power remains. The 1986 cent stands as a marker of transition in U.S. coin history, bridging the copper age and the modern zinc era. Current market value overview. Today's coin markets list: common 1986 cents 1 to 5 cents, mint condition $50 to $300. Copper planchet or double die, $5,000 to $25,000 plus. Ultra-rare verified errors or high-grade proofs up to $787,998 at private auction. Prices vary depending on demand, grading, and collector interest. Closing message: keep searching so next time you pick up a penny, take a closer look. That tiny coin might hold a life-changing fortune, and if you want to keep discovering the rarest, most valuable U.S. coins, make sure to subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, hit the bell icon, and join our growing community of collectors, because every coin tells a story, and one day, your story might be worth $787,998. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't spend your pennies, study them. See you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern pennies in U.S. coin history, the 2008 D Lincoln Cent. Yes, that small copper-plated coin sitting in your change jar right now could be hiding hundreds or even thousands of dollars in value. Stay with me till the end because we're breaking down the history, the minting secrets, the rare errors, and the real-world market prices for this incredible coin. The origin of the 2008 D PNNY. The 2008 D Lincoln Cent was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest coin production facilities in America. It marked the final year of the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which had been in use since 1959. From 1959 until 2008, this reverse design celebrated the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 50th anniversary of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. In 2009, the design changed completely to celebrate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. making the 2008 D penny the last of its kind, a closing chapter in American coinage history. Design details. The obverse features the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. The coin is made primarily of zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper, weighing about 2.5 grams. It bears the D mint mark just below the date, identifying it as a Denver minted coin. Why the 2008 DISSPCAL? Even though billions were minted, not all 2008 D pennies are created equal. Collectors are hunting for rare varieties, errors, and high-grade uncirculated examples that can sell for staggering prices. Some coins left the Denver Mint with die breaks, double dies, or struck through errors that make them extremely valuable to collectors. Part 5. Rare errors. Watch for. Here's where things get exciting. Look closely at your 2008 D penny under a magnifying glass. If you notice doubling on the date or on the word Liberty, a filled-in mint mark, cracks or die chips near Lincoln's eye or beard, or a missing letter on "In God We Trust," you might be holding a rare mint error worth far more than 1 cent. Some major double die errors have been reported selling between $1,000 and $5,000, depending on grade and rarity. The value of perfect condition. CONS collectors love coins that have never been in circulation, known as mint state coins. If your 2008 D penny is shiny, spotless, and without scratches, it could be graded as MS66, MS67, or even MS-68. These high grades. Auction prices have been known to reach $250 to $800 or more. In some extraordinary cases, PCGS and NGC have certified coins valued at nearly $1,000. History of the Lincoln Cent. Yes, the Lincoln Cent holds a unique place in U.S. history. It was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. It was the first American coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, honoring his 100th birthday. Over the decades, it became one of the most collected coins in the world. The design evolved several times, from the wheat reverse to the Lincoln Memorial reverse to the bicentennial designs in 2009, and finally the Union Shield reverse, 2010, present. Mintage. NUMBRS. In 2008, the Denver Mint produced over 2.85 billion Lincoln Memorial cents. That sounds like a lot, but remember, most of them were circulated, damaged, or corroded. Only a tiny fraction remain in pristine condition or contain rare minting errors. Those few survivors are the ones fetching high prices today. The market value. So, how much is a 2008 D Lincoln Cent worth right now? Well, it depends on its condition and rarity. A circulated 2008 D penny is usually worth 1 to 10 cents. A brilliant uncirculated example can sell for $1 to $5. A graded MS-67 can reach $250 to $500. And a rare double die or struck through error coin has sold for up to $7,987.97 at auction. Yes, nearly $8,000. That's right, a 1-cent coin turning into a small fortune for a lucky collector. How to check your coin? Here's how to find out if you have a valuable one. Use a 10x magnifying glass or digital microscope. Look for sharp doubling, cracks, or missing details. Keep the coin in a protective holder. Never clean it. If it looks special, submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can make the difference between a few dollars and thousands. Why collectors love the 2008 D coin? Enthusiasts love this penny because it's the last of the Lincoln Memorials, the bridge between two eras of U.S. coinage. It's affordable for beginners but still offers hidden treasures for experienced collectors. Plus, every year that passes, the high-grade survivors become rarer, and the prices keep climbing. Future value. PRDICTONS experts believe the 2008 D penny will continue to rise in value, especially in MS-68 and higher grades. As collectors complete their sets, demand for flawless coins skyrockets. It's not impossible that in the next decade, top-graded coins could reach $10,000 or more at auction. How to sell or buy? If you find one, you can sell at thrift bay, heritage auctions, great collections, or local coin shows and dealers. Always research past auction prices and never sell too fast, because values can jump dramatically once collectors discover a new variety or error. Fun facts about Lincoln cents. Did you know that the Lincoln cent has been in circulation longer than any other U.S. coin designer? That the initials VDB on Lincoln's shoulder stand for the original designer Victor David Brenner, and that these tiny letters caused a national controversy back in 1909. Collectors still search for the 1909 VDB penny today, which can be worth thousands, proving that small coins can hold big history. Conclusion and call TOACTO. And so the next time you get a handful of change, take a closer look at that 2008 Lincoln penny. It might not just be worth 1 cent, it could be a piece of American history worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Keep watching Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, where we uncover the secrets behind the coins you use every day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a discovery that could change your pocket change into a payday.